Hello again, small model collectors, or small goofy looking model collectors. So we have a thing that came in. It's, I believe, a freebie that came on a can of coffee, just based on the shape. So I think literally a can of coffee is pressed up here, and this is what was on top of it. So on the outside here, what's it say? It says it's a 1967 Deville, a Coupe Deville, or maybe it's a convertible. It looks like a convertible, but I can't make out any logic of that stuff. There's a little piece of paper in here, though. So I'm sure it's licensed, being a Cadillac logo right there. Made in China, some Japanese. Boss Vegas? What is that, like a casino? What else? Yeah, GM. It's a pullback car. Collection number 9. Oh, here, this is nice. Wow, there's some interesting looking ones here. Cadillac Fleetwood from 1933. And then that XLR actually looks pretty cool too. Oh, cool. Some vets. Yeah, those look pretty lame. Well, that's alright, but that one looks pretty cool. I don't know why there's all these X's on here. So anyways, Z28. That Camaro LT looks pretty nice. Alright, well, interesting. There's some other possible future buys there. Well, let's take a look here. This is a seriously deformed vehicle. This might be the most super deformed model I've gotten. So yeah, the front end is pretty weak. I mean, it's just all painted details. But again, it's free with a can of coffee. I think I paid like $3 for this, which might be expensive because I imagine the can of coffee and this probably cost less than $3. Right? How much can a can of coffee really cost? $2 maybe? $1? I don't know. If anyone in Japan knows, I have the suspicion this was sold at Japanese convenience stores. So if you look at the height of the photo and the height of the model, this thing is literally like 2.5 times shorter than this photograph. That's how deformed it is. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, well, let's take a closer look. Obviously, being a toy, I'm not going to be super critical like in my usual reviews. So we got these funky wheels. I guess they kind of look like those Cadillac hubcaps, you know, with a bunch of little grooves around the perimeter. It's just a raw plastic. It is a rubbery material, rubbery synthetic rubber tire. There's a little indentation, probably for a reflector. The door handle is silver, and there's actually a bump there. And then this silver trim is going along there. I like how it has the wheel cover, like the real car. The window is translucent. You can see through it, the motor down there. The white convertible top is nice. Yeah, the front end, it would have been nice to maybe have a dot in there to look like a headlight. It does kinda, you know, it's like a cone. I guess it's effective. And then the grill is alright. Not enough silver paint though. And then a little license plate area. No badge. It's like a silver metallic. Not silver, it's more like a silvery blue. That's what I'm going for. Like, it's a blue plastic, but you can see some silver flakes in it. So I don't know if this thing was clear coated with some sort of weird silvery clear coat, or if it's literally flakes inside the plastic molding. Hard to say. Let's see a little extra silver paint there. On the back end, yeah, there's a tab probably holding the bottom down. License plate area. And then, yeah, the tail lights there. Obviously some red might be helpful there. And then another grille texture in the back. So, 1967, that's nice. It actually says what it is. I think it's funny that some premium brands don't write anything on the bottom of their models. They don't tell people what they just bought. But this freebie will actually tell you. So there's one screw holding it together. This wind-up motor. Yeah, I'm curious. Is it the same kind of motor as a choro-q? You know, maybe there's a possibility that's the same factory as the factory that makes choro-qs. No, that's a different motor. It's a lot smaller than a normal choro-q, but it's possibly a lot smaller than the Chibico choro-q. So, all right, Well, now we know that. So the canopy is actually a separate piece of plastic. It's translucent there. And I can still see a little bit of the silver flakes in there, so I have a suspicion it's actually part of the plastic, like a silver flake plastic. So that's interesting. I think it's nice, actually. I think it's better than just plain sky blue. Alright, well, I gotta get this back together. So it's really weird how they staggered the track width on the front and rear. I think they had to because the thing has fender skirts in the back, right? So the tires can't stick out as much because they have to be hidden behind the plastic. Yeah, that's probably, well, I still think there's a lot of extra room. They could have made it a little bit wider, but maybe they're playing it safe. Or it might be dictated by those other cars in the collection that we saw. Well, it does work. Alright, well that's an interesting one. Let's compare it to a couple other cars here. It's funny, I don't know who made it. Anyone could read or translate this for me. You know, is this like a Suntory coffee or a Wanda or a... What beverage did this come on? I can't make out the text, of course. Okay, well, I do have a couple other 1/64 scale large barges from Auto World, and this one is a Coupe Deville from Auto World. It's a 1976 4th generation, so I think it's the generation after this. Wikipedia tells me in 1967 is a 3rd generation Coupe Deville. So this is 3rd generation, 4th generation. And then this next one is an Eldorado. I think it's the 9th generation Eldorado from Auto World. Boy, the solar spinners. Auto Worlds are so heavy. I don't know if the solar spinners are going to handle this, but we'll try. Well, I'm quite surprised the solar spinner is working. Alright, so that is a severely foreshortened vehicle. The width is actually quite similar. So let me move this guy back. So width-wise it's there, but it's definitely more than twice as short as the Auto World. So yeah, I'm guessing maybe 2.5 times shorter. Alright, let's compare it to a couple of the choro-qs. I have a Ford GT40 here, and pretty nice. It's not the traditional Le Mans racing colors, but still pretty cool how there's the blue stripe and the orange wheels. And then I have this 3-axle truck with a Los Angeles City of Entertainment graphic. I lived near Hollywood for 9 years, so I like stuff with that theme. But it looks like a Peterbilt to me, that truck. It doesn't say anything as to what it is. But if I had to guess, it'd be a Peterbilt. So let's take a look at the top view. So even though choro-qs are super deformed, it's still, this Cadillac is even more deformed than a choro-q. I think choro-qs are around, well, at least the cars are around 2 times shorter. Alright. So, another fun day. Nothing serious. It's just funny to look at this thing. I mean, such a long Cadillac, shortened so much. This thing makes me laugh. You know, yeah, if I can get a laugh for a few dollars, why not? It's cheaper than going to a comedy club. Alright guys, well, I'll see you the next time I get one of these super deformed cars. I'll see you then.